What if I told you that teaching your baby to eat is similar to teaching them to clap? Don't believe me? Stick around and I'll tell you why. Alright, so we're still talking how to start solid foods with your baby. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe to the channel and then go to newwaysnutrition.com for all sorts of resources and information about starting solids and childhood nutrition. So I'm not kidding when I say that starting solids and learning how to eat is similar to clapping. When we're trying to get our babies to clap, we usually do it in front of them. We show them what we want them to do because that's really the only way that you can teach a young baby to do anything. You smile at them, they smile back. That's how we teach them. So let's think about that from a food standpoint. Imagine, if you will, a piece of broccoli. You've never seen a broccoli tree, anything before. It looks like a tree, right? It looks like something that you've seen before, but you don't know what to do with it. If you're a baby, maybe you wave it around a little bit, you put it in your mouth because that's where everything goes, but you don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to get anything off of it. You don't realize that it's food. Now, imagine that while you're given this new piece of food, you look over and someone that you trust, say your mom or dad, is eating the same food as you. They have a piece of broccoli too, and they are putting that broccoli in their mouth and biting a piece of it off. You're going to do exactly the same thing if you're a baby. Within reason, because sure, you don't have the hand-eye coordination that an adult does, but you get the picture. Babies learn by watching what you do, and that very much goes for eating too. So some way along the line, we all got away from eating with our babies. It was likely when we started purees in the 50s or 60s, and that became the thing to do. And it was just easier to spoon feed the baby in the kitchen. It's definitely not something that helps them to learn how to eat food. If they don't see it, we can't expect them to progress past purees or whatever they start with, because while it can be intuitive, it is a skill. It is a skill to learn how to eat, and we have to show our babies how to do that. So if they're never eating at the table with you, it's going to be really hard for them to learn how to properly eat. Now, if you're feeding your babies purees, it might be pretty hard for you to do this, you think, right? How are you going to be able to spoon feed your baby while at the same time eating yourself? That is definitely hard, but you can still do it. You can, while it may be messy, preload the spoon for them, and then they can get it into their own mouth. That way you're preloading it for them, and you're able to eat at the same time. Not all that easy, but it shows them what to do, at least with the spoon and with food. But this is definitely why I love a baby-led weaning style of eating, because you can give them food, they explore it, they watch you eat that same food, and they learn how to eat that way. There's no different food, there's no you spoon feeding it to them, they're watching you eat the same essential meal. So that is the best way to teach your kid how to eat, is to eat with them. All right, so I'm not talking about literally taking a bite of something right in front of their face so that they can see exactly what you're doing. I'm talking about just eating at the same time so they can look at everything, including you, and see what to do with their food. And it's really all about just ditch the kitchen with the high chair, bring it up to the table. In fact, ditch the tray altogether. Let them eat at the table with you, just like everyone else. And that is how we learn. It's all about modeling for our kids what we want them to do. We're teaching them how to eat at the table, manners, how to pick things up, how to communicate, all sorts of things you learn at the table, let alone just, in fact, how to eat. So, modeling really is the name of the game here. Make sure that you're eating with your kids. It doesn't have to be every single time, but if you want your baby to learn how to eat real food, you gotta show them. All right, I hope you learned something. Have a good day.